Hi everybody, Adrienne here, sharing with you video number 3 on my new YouTube channel. In this particular video, I'm going to be sharing with you some tips on how I get started choosing my materials for a layout. Typically, I personally, generally speaking, choose the photo or my paper first. And I'm going to show you how I do both and when in what situations which one comes first. It's kind of like the chicken and which came first, the chicken or the egg. In my situation is which came first, the paper or the photo. And in some cases, I just decide that I'm really inspired by a certain photo that I took that afternoon of my kids, and I wanted to work with it. Other times, I ordered a particular piece of paper, pattern paper, in online, and I'm really excited to use it, so I'm going to pick that first. So it just depends in my personal crafting journey. I do a little bit of both or a lot of both, and I just have fun with it. So first off, what I'm going to be sharing with you is when I choose my photos first. I'm playing off my photos. Photos, in my opinion, make or break a layout. I like my photos edited. I like my photos really refined, and they evoke so much information. They evoke so much emotion in me, and I particularly like to highlight just one at a time. You can highlight multiple photos on a layout. In my case, I typically just do one photo, and I like to, because it spurs a certain emotion in me. Like this one I find so dear to my heart because this is the first time my children actually realized, hey, I have a brother. Hey, I have a sister. Let's hold hands. So I wanted to really highlight this moment, and that's why I typically keep it to one photo. I, generally speaking, can use multiple photos of the same picture, stacking them, having them one up here, one over here, one floating down here type thing. If you do decide to have different shots, at the same place, you go to the state park and you have a deer up here, a scenery or a background or a river here, a picture. I would try to make it as cohesive as you can. Um, if you're going to go artsy, if you're going to do like Project Life, or you're just going to do like a regular scrapbook page, live it up, like do whatever you want. It's all about what works for you. In my particular case, I like to really play off my paper, and I really like to make my medium shine because they really help my photo in the end shine. I hope I'm making sense. If you have any questions, please do comment below, and I will get back to you. So I am rambling a little bit, so I just wanted to share with you some thoughts on why I choose the photos I do, why I like to only use one photo. I am trying to branch out and try some new techniques and try different ways of incorporating different shots and different, situations with photos, and just kind of play around with it. So I am growing, and I just trying to challenge myself in new ways, and because that's how we grow. So for this one, I did for Clear Snap, use highlighting their rollograph stamp wheel and crackle background. It's a fun little roller stamp in a crackle texture, and I actually rolled it through gesso. You will definitely want to watch this video that I did for them. It's on Clear Snap's YouTube channel, and it's just called Crackle Background Technique. Look it up. It's really fun. I'll probably be doing a little variation of it here on my channel at some point whenever I get a chance. But I've chosen to cut out my kids for this layout. So I chose my photo first, and then I went to the paper. here's what happened. I love this little dress that I found at a thrift store. I shop all thrift clothes for my kids. Real cheap. They throw up, they spit up, they get food all over it. Anyways, found this adorable little dress, and I loved the colors. They were bright reds, they were yellows, blues, greens, every color of the rainbow was on there. And I thought, I'm really going to really make my medium shine with this. So I picked my photo first, and then I went from there as far as my mediums. I found pretty much every color of the rainbow is incorporated on these sides in my using my mediums. As you can see the crackle, you can see those colors. I'll even show you the layout here at the end to kind of give you an idea of the color options that I used. Really playing off this photo. I also have these fun little butterflies. I'm playing off the paper then, going on to the paper. I'm cutting out these, G45 butterflies from a pattern paper to kind of play off the Bo Bunny paper in the background. I really wanted to show the pattern paper. It was pretty plain. I had some design around the edges, and what I did was I wanted to just kind of not cover them. So that kind of played a part in my project's design. So I was like, okay, how can I do all my stamping and background work without hiding what was already there? So I started and did a nice section up here. I did a section over here, and it's still kept with the pattern paper and the little design. There's some faint designs in here, some checkers, which also played off the lines in my son's shirt too. For this particular layout, I also chose the photo first. My son's blowing bubbles, and I found these epoxy stickers. They're clear from Prima, and I've just added them all over my layout to kind of play off the photo of him blowing bubbles, and it's expanding onto my page. Really fun stuff going on here. Just a fun summer layout. It was taken in the summer, this photo. I just particularly enjoy looking at my photos and saying, what's happening in the photo? Where are we? What season is it? He's blowing bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to do the bubbles. What season is it? It's summer. I want a fun summer layout. So I'm going to have lots of circles. I'm going to have bright colors. It's going to be really super fun. Where are we? What's he wearing? He's wearing a fun little red hat. Okay, so maybe I will use red in my layout, which I didn't. I was planning on, but then I decided not to. What's going to go, with the red? Okay, what's going to complement the red? Green. I'm using my color wheel. He is holding, like, the bubble container has a purple lid, so I added some purple in here with my mediums, just really playing off of that photo. For this one, I did for CHA, Prima Summer Release, and what I chose, I took this amazing photo of my son. We were outside. It was the beginning of spring, dead end of winter. It was the first beautiful day where the sun was shining. We're like, let's get outside. The trees were still there, and I played off this tree mostly. And I played off of his shirt. It was actually the same day as that Clear Snap one. I saw some fun lines that I thought would play off of the stripes. I also played off of the neutral tones that I saw. I thought maybe, hey, okay, so here he is with the sky in the background. I got some fun designs going on in the tree. So I just sewed my whole pattern paper halfway down and added some blue tones to make it look like the sky, and then I might add some little bark icons to really play off that natural feel of the tree, adding some thread to also make it kind of look like it's tree branches and stuff, make it look real fun. So I was playing off my photo in this situation too, picking my photo first. Next, I'm going to go over picking my paper first. I'm just going to go through these real quick. I actually did a layout for Prima with the Anna Marie collection with Party and Play print paper, and I actually gave it to my mother this morning because it was of her and her twin sister. You can find it on my blog, but they had an amazing. I was like, I looked at it and I'm like, wait a minute. Oh my word, I have a photo that would be perfect for this. They were both wearing little yellow dresses. It was perfect. I was like, oh, I love this paper. So I picked that first. And then I was like, wait, I have a photo to match. This Bo Bunny paper, I'm looking at the leaves. I'm looking at the textures. I'm seeing, okay, there's lots of neutrals. Okay, so maybe I can use some burlap. Maybe, you know, this really is evoking a lot of emotion in me with soft textures, neutral colors. So I might use burlap. I might use some, you know, I'm seeing like some type of tape down here. So I might even use like a washi tape that's kind of looks like that masking tape. I can't even remember. I don't see it very often anymore. Maybe you can make some masking tape that's like in this neutral color and kind of add it to your layout. There's like a newsprint. I might actually rip up an old book and layer it on there in my background. Just make it fun. I might even cut up some old cardboard and kind of throw it on there too. Just adding some texture. For my glitz, I got some cashmere dame. I actually don't, I must have cut off the bottom for something, but I see some honeycomb prints here, so I might actually add, you know, a stenciled Crafters Workshop, some work in the background to kind of play off of that and just give it some more spunky texture. So I might look for, in a photo, I'm going to pick my paper first, and my photo might have some really pops of red and some black. I might use a black and white photo to kind of play off of these fun little textures and whatnot. I might find, you know, if we went on a picnic, you know, right here, there's like it almost looks like a picnic basket, blanket. Just maybe we might have gone on a picnic, and I'm just playing off the paper here again and trying to find a photo to match. Here's some cherries, here's some flowers, maybe just play off the prints that are in my kids' shirts, or the background, maybe my daughter's in a garden. We went and picked zinnias, maybe I might throw that on here too. Got the chevron. This is really spurring a lot of emotion in me, like hard edges, and maybe I might use a black and white photo, but really make it have some serious contrast and really pop. So I might hone in on a black and white photo, or I might pick a really bright photo that's really going to pop, and I'm going to play off that really bright photo and do some serious background work where there's some really bright colors. Since I got the black and white background, I'm really going to make my colors work for me in this one, or just leave it black and white. In this one, I'm seeing a lot of distressing around the edges, and I might play off that when doing my layout too. Just do a lot of distressing, do some whitewashing. It's just really whitewashed. I might just go in and just rough up, you know, my background, kind of whitewash it, make it fun, add a layer of paint, whitewash that, you know, add another layer of color, whitewash that too. Just play off of what you got. And in this pattern paper here, it looks watercolor to me. So I decided that I was going to add watercolor to the background. And just add that, playing off my paper as far as that goes. And just trying to find a photo to match. Okay, his blue shirt really complements the paper really nicely, so that's where I went with that. And then lastly, so we went over picking our photo first, then we went over picking our paper first, and then finally I wanted to make a final note for you as far as doing embellishing and as opposed to lots of background work. I do one or the other, and it depends on my paper. When you're picking your paper, it has a lot to do with what elements I'm going to use. Like I have these two 7-Dot Studio, Ninth Wave and Winter Wonderland, not Winter Wonderland, Wonderland. One is very much white space. It's plain, you know, it's got some design over here and down here, but for the most part, it is pretty bare. In situations like that, I'm going to do a lot of background work. I'm going to really take advantage of this space that I have to do stamping, you know, spritzing, lots of playing with color. I'm obviously going to play off these colors over here. I'm going to find a photo to match, but I have a lot of space to do background work, and I'm really going to make the background work shine. Opposed to that is the opposite side of the spectrum. As you can see, they're totally different prints. They're totally different styles. There's a lot of busy work going on here. Two situations. I might either whitewash this, tone it down a little bit, but for the most part, I really love this print. It's dramatic. It's really going to make a black and white photo pop. So I might do a lot more embellishing with this to kind of play off of the busy background. I see doilies, I see diamonds here in the middle, I see a lot of holes, and I'm going to play off of that. So I might add a paper doily or a fabric doily to it, and I might rough it up on the edges just to kind of play off of this, the feeling that I'm getting overall. I might add some green flowers because I see some really bright green here, like an emerald green. I might add some golds or some pinks or some blues. Just really playing off of it, but I'm probably going to do a lot more embellishing on this one as opposed to this. You can add a lot of embellishing, but I really, in particular, personally, my personal preference is to make this paper shine using mediums and this paper shine using embellishments. So you get the idea of how I choose my photo first or choose my paper first. In my opinion, those two things are the most important. You know, they're the foundation, they're the core of creating, and they really make your project shine. If you have any questions, again, please just let me know here at the bottom underneath, and I will get back to you. I really want to clarify anything if there was any confusion during my video. If you have any suggestions on things that you would like me to reiterate or clarify on, please just let me know. All right, thanks so much.